All right, last of our different chords, talking about the harmonic context of the notes sol, ti, re, and fa, the dominant seventh chord. And we've looked at the sol 7-5-3 chord, compared it to the sol 5-3 chord. One has fa, one doesn't. We've looked and compared the T6-5-3 chord to the T6-3 chord. Again, one has fa, one doesn't. And the T6-5-3 chord has to go up to Do-5-3. The T6-3 chord can go up to Do-5-3, or it can go down to La, either 6-3 or 5-3, depending on the context. And we spent some time looking at the different possibilities of re. We saw that the re 5-3 chord is entirely different from any of the re chords of the sixth. That's not a substitute. The fifth and the sixth are not different flavors there. They're entirely different functions of chords. And we saw the re 6-4-3 chord acting as a passing chord, connecting the notes do and mi in the bass, or mi and do in the bass, or as a neighbor chord, do, re, do, or mi, re, mi, conceivably. And that leaves us with one more today. So let's take a look here. What we're talking about here, this is a neat little chord. We're talking about the notes fa with sol, ti, and re. And you know how things like to resolve because you know your zons. You know that sol, sol, you know ti, do, you know re, do, or maybe re, mi, depending on the context. But now what we have in the bass is we have our altizons, and it's going to resolve to a mi. This creates the fa 6-4-2, or fa 4-2 for short, or even fa 2 for short, implies all of the others, resolving to the mi 6-3. This is what we call the passo indietro. It's a step back. Because this fa has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the other fas that we've learned. We started off with the fa 5-3, and we realized that it likes to go on to sol 5-3, at least, in Western classical music and pop music. It's more like, it's just as likely that it goes the other way around. We'll talk about that when we get into Traxis modes and harmonic functionality. We saw that there's a different flavor of the fa 6-3, stepping up again to sol 5-3. Both of these, tonic, plagal, authentic, moving through that harmonic functionality cycle. Whether it's filled in with some gaps, do, re, mi, fa, sol, or filled in with like skips, do, la, fa, there we go, the plagal wants to go on to sol. Both of these want to resolve up to that sol, that plagal authentic motion, like I said, in classical music at least, and even a lot of Western pop. We're not going to worry about what Western classical theory calls retrogression progressions today. All right, so this one, on the other hand, has to go down. It has to go down. The fa in this one has to go down to mi. That's why it's called the passo indietro, or step back. Do, re, mi, fa. If I want to make a fa come back to mi, and then go on fa, sol. The 6-4-2 forces it to step back to that 6-3. I can skip up to it. Do, fa, mi. Second movement of Beethoven's, Pathétique Sonata has that lovely do, fa, mi, ti, do in the bass, with just playing around with those half steps and making them resolve. So if you hear a fa, mi in the bass, like this, probably going to be the passo indietro, the step back. There's one other context where you can hear a fa 5-3 going to mi 6-3. This will continue on like that, or we can do a bass decoration down like this and back. This would happen in what we call as a schema. You will also hear over the top, la, sol, fa, mi. Of course, that fa is also in the sol 7-5-3. So whether the bass does this hybrid cadence, re, sol, do, or whether it just goes fa, mi, re, do, this is what we call a printer. Printer is the other place that you'll hear that you won't hear the fa, mi and have it be a 6-4-2, and you will listen for that top line, la, sol, fa, mi. If you hear that, then you heard a printer. It will also have been the start of a phrase, printers we don't usually put in the middle of a phrase. As a self-standing structure, it would start a phrase or a section or a subphrase. If any time in the middle of something I hear a fa mi, I'm hearing a positive diathro. I'm hearing that 6-4-2 resolving down to the 6-3. And of course, usually fas go up to the sol 5-3. So really easy to tell the fas apart from each other. If you hear a fa mi in the bass, it's probably 6-4-2 going to a 6-3. 6-4-2 is always stepped down to 6-3 like that. If you heard a fa sol, then you're looking here. And of course, the difference here was, did I hear do ti or did I hear re ti? And there is the possibility, if you hear a phrase start with fa mi, it's possible that you heard a printer with the fa 5-3 to the mi 6-3 instead of the fa 6-4-2 to mi 6-3. Listen for that la sol. Again, it only shows up at the start of a phrase or subphrase there because of the printer. All right. Since this is the last of our chords that we're introducing today, let's pop over to inquisitive and take a look at some of the inquisitive exercises for the day. Pause while I open up inquisitive. Where'd my pause button go? We're just going to make a new video with the inquisitive exercises and just tack that on as an extra video because I see that the pause button is no longer there in the new version of OBS, and I didn't open up the inquisitive and have that ready in advance. So, whoops on me. I'm going to make a 5th video for today. It'll be really short. It'll be just our inquisitive exercises for this chapter.